And it's more due to shortages than it is anything else. And once the supply demand curves equal out, it's going to slow the rate of these price increases. It's not a bubble, and it's not going to burst, and it's not going to go backward 50% or something like that 5 years from now. That's not what it's going to do. But this driving demand, people sat at home and spent no money except on Amazon for a year. And when they came out of their cave, they all went and bought a stinking house, and they all went and bought a stinking car. By the way, the lumber factories weren't open making 2x4s, and the car factories weren't open making cars. So we have this tremendous shortage of supply because the factories weren't operating, because there were little COVIDs running around in the factories and nobody wanted to go in there. And so they were, scared to death, and so we shut the factories down. We suppressed the economy. And that, so there's a shortage of 2x4s, not because there's this spike of demand, but because they weren't making freaking 2x4s. There's a shortage of glue to make plywood. Why? Because there's a big run on plywood? No, because the glue factory wasn't open. Okay? It's a simple thing. So it's going to smooth out because they're gearing up like crazy. There's a shortage on ammunition. You know why? Biden. You can't buy bullets. Okay? It's why. And you know what? We're having all kinds, those of us that are firearms aficionados right now, we're having to check our ammo because they're making ammo so freaking fast at these factories trying to catch up that a lot of it's coming out defective, which is dangerous as crud. You can blow your gun up in your hand with a bad piece of bullet in there. And so, just got an email on that this morning. Some friends of mine just bought some bad stuff and just about got killed with it. So, but the point is the factories are gearing up like crazy trying to catch up. And as they catch up, you see how that's working, Ken? It's going to smooth everything out.
Well, I just want people to understand inflation can get really scary to people. And remember, the media exists to freak you out. Okay?
That's what it is. They're all talking about it. Huh?
Trust me, it's everywhere. Inflation in big, bold letters.
Good.
And if you listen close enough, Dave, you lean in, you can literally hear the headline going, bum, bum, bum. And we're freaking people out. Here's the deal. All right? This is a short-term inflationary spike.
The other boogie monster died, so now we have to have a new boogie monster. The little COVID died, so now they got to have a new boogie monster.
Let's see where we are next year as to whether or not this is true inflation hike versus just a short-term spike because of the whole supply-demand thing. This thing's going to even back out. I absolutely think that's true, and people need to relax a little bit. Sit tight, weather this spike in meat prices and all the things that are all having to do with the distribution system and everything kind of going offline. It's going to take a while. This was the biggest artificial shutdown in the history
of mankind.
And so you don't just warm that machine back up. It takes a little while for it to get humming.
Well, in some of these.
What's going on, family? I'm going to be talking about inflation today. Which inflation is good for the economy? You can Google this right now. Take your phone and type it in. When the economy is not running at capacity, meaning there is unused labor or resources, inflation theoretically helps increase production. More dollars translates to more spending, which equates to more aggregated demand. More demand in turn triggers more production to meet that demand. Inflation right now is definitely a good thing. This shows a sign of a strong economy. So don't get confused listening to people who know nothing about the market and listen to the media. The media controls the narrative and makes you think that the stock market is going to do extreme drops and all this. Don't pay attention to that. This is a sign of a good economy, man. Always do your research. Like I said, this is not financial advice. Do your own research, man. The media definitely boosts everything. So when people sometimes they are ignorant, they will say anything, they will promote anything, and don't have a clue what's going on in the market. The market is going to do what the market is going to do, and trust me, they want Bitcoin to go. They want this market to go up. There's a reason why the stock market comes down, so they can buy it at cheaper prices, man. That's all they're trying to do. That's what the hedges are doing. So always do your research, man. I will be keeping you updated on the portfolio. Bitcoin is pretty much flat at the moment. We're gonna be looking to see what the market does next week. I think Tuesday the market opens back up, and I'm thinking we're gonna see some more to the downside. Don't know, but that's my bias to the downside. I don't think Bitcoin is gonna just go all the way down. Of course not, but we will see a pullback sometime this week. They got earnings coming out. Just be prepared and be careful with your trades. And yeah, I'll be updating you on the portfolio, the $100 a week challenge, and we will be starting a 90-day challenge for the fitness aspect of investing muscle. We'll be giving away $500, man. Like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to get in the 90-day challenge, join the Discord at the bottom. So if you want to get in this challenge, 90-day challenge, it's a weight loss challenge for all those who want to participate. 90 days, $500. Like I said, like and subscribe to the channel, man. We're gonna be getting you going 90 days this month. Out.